All right. Happy Thursday, everybody. Big waves to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to have everybody tuning in this morning on the Coach's Corner. Got a good word for you today, brought to you by our peeps on the Coach's Corner. I can't remember who gave us this word, but this word came up just the other day. Somebody sent it in, and it is stability. Stability. Whoever is picking the words this week has really been talking to me, so thank you. You ever thought about that? You're like, man, I needed that word. Stability, a state or quality of being stable, resistant to change, constancy of character or purpose, steadfast, like all those words kind of are defining stability. And then I got to thinking in my crazy head, which is scary sometimes, stability, like I'm like, what's stability like as far as our body's concerned? Like how could we parallel it? And I'm like, it's really our core. Stability is our core. It's like your abs, you know? It's how strong is your core right now? You know, I've been through times when I was an athlete, when I played sports, where my core was really strong, like my abs were firm, and you know, injuries and things just didn't set me back. Like I didn't, you know, I had a lot of, with my core being strong, I was more protected. But I've had times in my life where my core has not been strong. I'm like the Pillsbury Doughboy, right? Where you kind of punch through my core and it just like, is it going to stop? Or is it going to go all the way to your back? Come on now, laugh a little bit. That's supposed to be funny. But I think about that, and I think, how vulnerable are you if your core is not strong in your health, like in your body composition? And then I flip it around and go, well, stability is kind of the same way, you know. It is your core. I mean, stability, it says, Nathaniel Braden said, the stability we cannot find in the world, we must create within our own persons. And how true is that? Like a person who is emotionally stable and has stability, they're more calm during stressful situations. They don't experience negative feelings as much, or at least when they're feeling negative feelings, their core, they're stable and they're able to work through those negative feelings. A stable person they have a reasonable degree of self-esteem. And this really hit me, because think about this. If you're walking around and your abs, your core is strong, you probably are feeling pretty good about yourself. You're like, yeah, I can see those things in there. And then when you're walking around looking like the Pillsbury Doughboy, you're probably not as, you don't have as good of self-esteem, right? You're not feeling it. And I think being stable is the same way. I mean, when you're stable, when you're feeling good, the self-development's dialed in, your mind's right, your focus right, like your self-esteem, you walk back, shoulders back, chest out, like you walk with a different degree of self-esteem. And then the last thing is, stable people remain capable of thinking through difficult ordeals. You know, they're just more calm to work through problems and get on the other side of a solution. So think of emotional stability as training your emotional core. It's your inner strength, your weapon against life's hardest jobs. And so I lean on the Coach's Corner, because I think what we do every morning for 10 or 15 minutes is we work on our core of our stability. And we're just working just a little bit, but compounded over time. we're much more stable people. So, Andrea, I'm going to turn it to you. Great word for me today.
This is a good one. Thank you so much for that, Coach. And feeling a little bad for that poor Pillsbury Doughboy. He's huggable. He's huggable. So, so what I looked into was, okay, you talked about the value. Like, I get that we have to have that core, and so we know we need emotional stability, but how do we get it, or how do we keep it in those tough times? So first of all about perspective. So, every single one of us can be guilty of having tunnel vision. I know I am. That we only see kind of what we want to see or what we don't want to see. Like, have you ever had that? Like, you're thinking about bills, and all you see is like bills, or I don't know, you're thinking about messes and all you see is messes. Like, so we can kind of surprise ourselves if we try to look at things differently, like change the color of our glasses. So in most cases, like, this is a little negative, but in most cases, things could be worse. So try to focus our perspective on things that we can be grateful for, instead of all the parts of life that are going wrong, right? Next, create a plan to get moving. So, emotionally stable people keep moving forward, but every single one of us can get emotionally paralyzed, right? Where that moment where you're like, I have no idea what to do next, so I'm just going to sit here. I'm not going to move. But if we can take small steps, that can help us move out of that paralysis. So, try not to stay in the dumps too long, and create a little micro plan, just a little checklist of things that you can do to get yourself moving. And don't have these crazy expectations that you're going to be down in the dumps today and you're going to be, right as rain tomorrow. Just give yourself the opportunity just to slowly get back up. And then 3, and this is a big one, allow yourself to fully express and feel your emotions. Who else is of the club? Well, I'm like, sometimes maybe I might be an overshare, but who has heard the saying, why are you crying? I'll give you something to cry about. Is that like just like a Contino family phrase? That might be, I don't know. But like,
I just told my son that just the other day.
Okay,
I'm
we'll
just
discuss
kidding.
this later, Palmer. I'm like, hold on a minute. So a lot of us were raised that if we had a negative emotion, our job was to stuff it, right? You feel a negative emotion, you get rid of it as quickly as possible. But that's not dealing with it. Sometimes, all the time, we have to feel those emotions, give them a little bit of respect, and then work through them. Try not to ignore them. Don't shrug them off. So we need to feel the emotional pain, pay some attention to it, address any, underlying causes, and then work to the other side. Because otherwise, we're just creating a backpack, that whole baggage thing. We're just filling it up, right? We're just filling it up. And then recheck your expectations, because, we have to accept the fact that life is not all roses, right? Like, everything is not going to be perfect. Things can go wrong for a million reasons, but that's okay, right? And so if we have, not that we're expecting negative, but just that we know that it's possible, right? Like, I played the lotto last week and I didn't win, right? So I had to manage, I'm still upset, but I had to manage my expectations and the fact that I'm not a billionaire on this Thursday, right? But that's okay. I'm going to be okay. And, we just kind of have to look and be able to see that there's two sides to each coin, and we can remain calm through all of it. And then lastly, this is the last one I'm going to go into, is recognize our stress triggers. So emotionally stable people know that there's certain things that stress them out, right? That absolutely trigger them, as the saying goes. So as a result, they prepare for it, right? So like for myself, I know if I ever have to walk into a car dealership, it's going to send me through the roof. Like, I know it. I don't know what it is about buying a car. I don't care. Like, you think it'd be exciting, but it's not. Like, I am a maniac at the car dealer. I hate it. And so I know that I've got to kind of do some breathing and check my finances and whatever it may be, before I walk into that dealer, if I ever have to go do that again, because I know it's going to stress me out. So if you know, okay, I don't know what it could be, the grocery store, I don't know. My life is so dull. I'm trying to think of things that could be stressful, but whatever it may be, right? Speaking on stage or going to a big event or I don't know, meeting new people. If you know that's going to stress you out, recognize that, walk through the scenario with the best case scenario in your mind, and then give yourself some grace to, yes, taxes, to deal with that stressor. So that's what I had today. This 1 week I could probably do every day because I think I might need to learn it a lot. So maybe we'll just have a stability week 1 week, coach. But that was a powerful one.
Yeah, super powerful. And the more I researched it this morning and last night, the more routine came into play. Like the people that read, the people that self-develop, the people that do daily works for the mental brain are more stable people. It's just in every way. So it was a great word, and we're all going to go through life's challenges where we got to be, hopefully we've got some stability, right? So I also want to give a big shout out this morning. Anna Jerkins, congratulations on your success in your business. I saw that on Facebook. Congratulations. Keep it up out there in Minnesota. And guys, we love you. We appreciate you. Let's go rock this Thursday. Let's have a great day out there. See you.
Thank you, coach. Great to see everybody. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Happy
Thank you,
Thursday.
guys. Grateful for you.
Andrea.